Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Fritz Mini Pendant Large. This is the larger of the two. This is the 18-8902. This one is 8.3 inches in diameter. There is a smaller one, which I have the glass for right here. That one is the 18-8900. Check them both out. They're both very cool. Glass is pretty incredible. We'll talk about that in a second. So this one is 18.3 inches in diameter. The height of the fixture body, and that's going to be from the bottom of the glass to the top of what we call the fitter. And the fitter is the part that holds the glass before the telescoping rod. So that distance is going to be 14.5 inches tall. If you guys are familiar with Hubbardton Forge, they have a telescoping rod patent in the lighting industry, and there's a little clutch right here, and there's a little set screw hiding there. You can barely see it. This is going to come with this little tiny tool, and that screws into this and basically just tightens this up. So once you get this to where you want it to be, remember you can go up and down with it, that you tighten that little screw, it locks it into place, and that is how that works. A great way for you to see lots of these details in this whole setup is if you're on the page for this on our website, look over on the right hand side of your screen. There's some pull down menus like choose your adjustable range, that kind of stuff. Scroll down. There's a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. Click on that for me. Those are the same instructions, paperwork that's going to be in the box for this, and they have beautiful detailed drawings that you guys want to see. They are going to show you a full parts list, how the glass goes on, how these telescoping rods work. Another thing it's going to show you is the canopy. It's going to be a 5 1/4 round canopy. It's going to go over your 4-inch junction box. This is what you guys have in your ceiling at home, and it goes over beautifully. There are different types of attachments that go on the top, so you're pretty much covered regardless of what you guys have up there. So it's also slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees. There's a knuckle right here. You can barely see it. It's kind of hiding there. And what that does is it makes this able to bend. So let's say this is your slope ceiling to 45, and there you go. So you're good to go there, and anything up to that point to flat. So we cover you as much as we can. Let's hop into what's inside of this for lamping. This is going to be using a GU10 socket, and I have a picture of it next to me there. Put this guy down. It's going to be using an MR16 GU10 LED, or actually, it's going to say it's a halogen fixture, but you can use LEDs in this, and that's really important because a lot of you guys want to. We do that in our showroom, and I think these LEDs, as far as LEDs go, these are like some of the best bulbs I've ever had in my life that just shine incredible amounts of light down. The light goes through the top of the glass, hits all of these pieces down below, and refracts out. It also puts very good task lighting down. So if you're putting this over a kitchen island, task lighting is this lighting that's like the lighting on my hand so I can read. And when you're cutting and cooking and doing all those kind of things, you want as much light as you can do. And these kind of bulbs do that. So you'll notice it's going to say GU10 MR16 35 watt max. That is for a halogen bulb, and you could do that if you wanted to. But like I said, you can find these nifty little GU10 and see those two little prongs up there, and you can see it in the picture next to me too. Those two little prongs are the GU10 part of the equation, and you can see this is a reflector. These actually come in like flood or narrow too, so it'll actually change the scope of the spread of the light. Really cool stuff you can do with them. They don't use a lot of electricity. This is probably only pulling about maybe 8 to 10 watts, I bet. And it's a dimmable fixture too, and then I can choose the color, so the color of the light. So 5,000, 4,000, what's it called? 2700 Kelvin. So 2700 Kelvin is going to be the warm incandescent light, like what you see on my hands. And actually they're calling 3000 Kelvin the same thing too. They're calling it a warm white. So that, let's say 2700 to 3000 Kelvin, which is going to say on the box, is the warm incandescent type of light a lot of us grew up with. Everything after that, 4,000, 5,000, even probably 6,000, you'll see it on the box when you look at these. That's going to be the much whiter outdoor daylight. So just kind of keep that in mind. And some people have this preference for a warmer light. It's really up to you. Both lights look great coming through here. It's just a matter of your taste and your preference of what color light you have, want basically. And it's cool that you can choose that. So just keep those things in mind. I bet there's videos on YouTube about that too. So if you kind of start scouting around on YouTube about LED colors of light, what is the difference in LED colors of light on YouTube that'll explain all that stuff for you guys to check out. So let's go back to the adjustable ranges now. So now we're going to be talking about overall height, and that's going to be from the bottom of the fixture, remember it's the glass, to the top of your fixture, which is now your ceiling. So it's ceiling to bottom. Telescoping ranges, you see that pull down menu, it says choose your range or choose your length. So the short is 27 to 34.6, standard is 33.8 to 45.5, long is 44.8 to 60.7. If you want this shorter than the short, so let's say you need this to come down from the ceiling less than 27 inches or longer than the long, we do customs every day. I just need you to drop me a quick email at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Tell me that you're looking at the 188902. You want this to be, and pick a real number. So let's say 24 or 22 or 18. Send that over to me. I send that to customs. They take a look at it, comes back with a quote. Most likely your number will probably be fitting into a range. Remember, these things telescope. And if it gets really, really short, let's say it got down to like 18 or 20, that would probably be a fixed height, overall height. So, but anyway, it adds a little time, adds a little money, non-returnable, but we do them every single day. And that's the beauty of Hubbardton Forge, is since these are made here in Vermont, that we can do those kind of things for you. Okay, so let's talk about finish after that. If you're on our website, over on the left-hand side of your screen in the red tabs, there is a Finishes Help Guide. Give that a click for me. On the bottom, actually at the top of that, is going to be a video, and the video is going to be me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they look on different types of forging. Scroll down, there is a chart. It's going to have a whole bunch of finishes on it. You'll notice there's pictures with the letter A on them, pictures with the letter B on them. I'm going to be talking about those things in that video, so it's important that you watch that. This fixture is going to be more in line with the pictures that have the letter B on them, more uniform, not a lot of heavy forging. So keep that, just know that. Go back to that chart. Click on any of those pictures. When you are done with all that, a bigger window will pop up, and it's going to show you all kinds of different fixtures in whichever finish you guys just clicked on. So burnished steel, dark smoke, vintage platinum, boom, boom, boom. Do that. So now you'll be able to see more of those. So I think that kind of covers everything. Let's talk about the glass really quick. So it's a clear hand-blown glass. Really cool. And again, this is the smaller one. The one that's going to come with this 188902, that one is 8.3 inches in diameter, so it's going to be bigger. So what they do is they blow this by hand. It's clear, it's hand-blown, and so you get this tube of molten glass in a bubble, and then they roll it in shards of clear glass, and then they put it into a kiln. It starts to melt a little bit, take it out really quick, and you can see these really cool, I don't know how well you can see this, but you can see how the light just comes down and hits these. When these are on, it is spectacular. So, and when you do these, the right bulbs, it's even more spectacular. So keep that all in mind, okay? So I think that covers basically everything on this. So we talked about ranges, we talked about finish, we talked about lamping, LEDs, really important. Talked about how it goes on your junction box, slope ceiling adaptable canopy. You guys are going to click and look at those installations instructions so you know more about it. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There is no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No other dealer does that. Some bigger items do not come back. Custom stuff doesn't come back. We'll tell you about that way ahead of time, and those are generally big things on pallets. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock anything. Everything's made to order, and you can see why we can offer so many options, right? Takes about 3 to 4 weeks for that. We can cut that time in half. It's very inexpensive, and it's per line item. So if you're going to do like 2 or 3 of these Fritz pendants, and they were all going to be the same, that is one line item. So the upcharge is really, really cheap, especially if you're spreading it across 3 identical things. Cuts it down to about 2 weeks out the door. Okay, our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. I have this guy downstairs on the first floor. I have it in gold and obviously this, because I just borrowed it. So you can check that out when you come in. We have a What's On Display page. It's over on the left-hand side of your screen in the red tabs. Check that out. It has all of the stuff that's here. We are constantly adding to that list. It just keeps going and going and going. Our showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Our showroom also has a clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. It is an incredible deal, so come and take advantage of it if you can. Bring a good-sized car. Also, measure your ceilings. Very, very important. Measure, measure, measure. If you guys have questions about these adjustable ranges, measure your ceilings for real. Don't guess, and give me a call, and I'll walk you through these stem ranges and how it all works. Okay, so I think that kind of covers everything. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and we would love to see you visit us. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.